Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? Yeehaw, cowboy. Baseball, hot dog, fireworks. Fighter jets. Yeah. I don't know. Happy Random Tuesday, happy normal Saturday to the majority of the people in the world, and happy America Day to the Americans because it's America Day. Yeehaw, cowboy. I have the frame for this, so I gotta move this. This thing is big. This is getting big and heavy already, and it's like, I'm kind of realizing like, there's a reason we're building this alongside with the baby belt. And that's because I don't have room to build another big printer at the same time. We did not mock Canada Day. Of course not. Why wouldn't I mock Canada Day? Why would I mock America Day? I'm not mocking America Day. I consume America media. I know exactly what happens on the 4th of July. People wake up with 10 fingers. They go to bed with less than 10 fingers. Football, beer. Oh wait, no, it's not football. Football's in the end of the year. Baseball, beer, and explosives, mild explosives. I know the score. I know what happens. I know what happens. It's not mocking. I mean, on the bright side, we lost. You know, collectively as a country, we have lost at soccer now. Somehow we're better than like a lot of other countries in soccer this year, or football. But now we've lost at soccer, so we can collectively wake up from this weird heat-driven mania where all of a sudden Canadians kind of cared about soccer for a little bit. Now that we've lost at it, we don't have to pretend anymore that we care about soccer anymore. So back to hockey. Oh yeah, food poisoning from bad potato salad. Exactly. How y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? It is hot. I had to like reset everything before going live because like we had a storm roll through last night and it got rid of a lot of the humidity, which was good, but it also like got rid of a lot of trees. So like it's been a bit funky the past 24 hours here. So yeah, Morocco is apparently really good at soccer. Who'd have thought it? Haven't had power since the storm. Yeah, a lot of people. Like our power kind of flickered a couple times, but like I went to the mall today. Apparently, like the mall last night, they had to kick everyone out of the mall because all the lights in the mall were flickering. Like it was like literally out of something like a horror movie. Like all like random stores were losing their power. The main overhead lights were all flickering and whatnot. We had like 113 km/h winds at the airport. It was a pretty big storm. It was a pretty big storm rolling through. Yes, baby belt. Dang it, I always forget to turn the overhead camera on. There we go. Is this camera on? Okay, mobile camera's on. Overhead camera on, go. There we go, no memory card. I know you don't have a memory card. Someone didn't put their car in park in my street, drove straight into a hydro pole, so no power. Sam's Canadian. It is funny how easy it is for, like, okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure, Sam, you're Canadian, right? You're from Ontario or Quebec, right? Am I in the ballpark there? Or at least you're regionally close to Ontario, Quebec, if you're in America? How is BabyBelt form? How is BabyBelt form? How is BabyBelt form? Quebec, exactly. Okay, so if you want to know a kind of stealth way to figure out if somebody is from Ontario or Quebec, ask them what they call their power bill. It's a hydro bill. It's a hydro pole. We refer to power as hydro. because it's all hydroelectric. The majority of our power here in Ontario, and a good chunk of it in Quebec. Ontario, I think, is mostly nuclear. It's like a mix of hydro and nuclear, but Quebec has a lot of hydroelectric. So we call it a hydro bill because the power company is literally Hydro One. So we call it a hydro bill. You know, Pokemon, hydro is water. No, hydro is power here in Ontario and Quebec. So that's a fun little regional dialect thing for you to stuff into your little thing to think about thing. Same in Manitoba. Does Manitoba? Yeah, I guess Manitoba would have hydroelectric. Is it going down to the Hudson Bay, I guess? Yeah, because Manitoba's not as flat. Like Saskatchewan and Saskatchewan, I don't think you could do hydroelectric because I don't think you generate enough power from a puddle going to another puddle in the parking lot because, like, it's Saskatchewan. It's flat. I don't think you can do hydro in Saskatchewan. It's like 2 puddles is like all they got. Okay, so what are we doing today? It is Saturday night. For some reason, when I set the stream up, it was unlisted. So hopefully everyone kind of figures out that I'm live right now. Because normally the stream is up for a while before everyone goes live and people have time to pile in. And unfortunately, for some reason, when I created the stream, it was unlisted. I don't know why. It's Saturday night. I know it's a holiday for the Americans, so I'm not expecting everyone to be here. Also, I ran out of gamer subs. I'm waiting on a care package. I'm out of gamer subs. The only ones I have is melatonin. I don't think you want me getting EP. So I've busted out the lttstore.com water bottle. Refreshing. And this will tide me over until it's beer o'clock because it's Saturday night. And I think I still have a beer in the fridge. So, first thing we're gonna do, shout out to LDO Motors. LDO Motors, again, providing us with stuff to build on the channel. This is the BabyBeltPRO 2.6 kit. I do have a link to, there's not a page for the LDO Baby Belt on LDO's website, but I do have a link to the resellers for LDO Motors. So if you are interested in purchasing a BabyBeltPRO kit from LDO, I do have a link to the resellers below. Also, I do have a link to the GitHub with all the information that you need to know about what is the BabyBelt. How is BabyBelt formed? Over a couple streams. What is BabyBelt? It's a belt printer. Remember those? But this is actually probably the most exciting I've been for a belt printer, because it's a fun little kit. I have been eyeing baby belts since, like, good God, when was it? 2022? The very first Murph I went to, Buddy was there with his baby belt booth. And I'm like, I want to build one of those. And it's been like 4 flipping years. And we finally have a baby belt kit. We finally have a baby belt kit. So we're going to build a baby belt. But to build the baby belt, you must become the baby belt. And by that, I mean you got to print some parts. So I have my parts printed here. They are not Joker. They are Evangelion colored. They're Eva 01 colored. I've been wanting to do a purple and green build for a while, but it's all, everyone does Joker build, so it's an Eva 01 build. So I got all the parts printed, and all the parts are printed also in LDO ABS because I have a bunch of it, and they had the colors I wanted. But also, if you do need some filament, today I do believe is the last day of the POLYMAKER restock sale. So I believe today is the last day of POLYMAKER's restock sale. If you want to save 35% on POLYMAKER filament, check them out. Link in the video description. Use the affiliate link. Use code Canuck. You might save a little bit extra if you've never ordered from POLYMAKER before as well. And then also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and then enter for your chance to win that spool of POLYMAKER filament, because we give away a spool of POLYMAKER every stream. So if you want to win that spool, you got to like the smash button. I'm not saying it improves your chances, but are you really going to risk it for the biscuit? So we have our BabyBelt kit. If you are a channel member, you saw when I went through this kit. Here's the bill of materials. We have the belt for the BabyBelt. It's black. We don't have a fancy colored one. We got electronics, which is all wires and belts and whatnot. The heat bed, which is basically a V0 heat bed. The linear rail kit for our 2 rails. We got the hot end, which is a bamboo-esque hot end. We might use something different because I do believe, I don't know where it's at. It's over here, I think. Is this it? Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah. So what I might end up doing, because I kind of feel bad when people send me stuff and then I never use it. Yeah. LDO sent me a Diamondback heatsink or heat break. It's a 0.6, but I can use that instead of this. So we might end up using this. We'll see. We'll see. For now, we'll use the stock one, but I do have a Bamboo Lab Diamondback 0.6 nozzle that I could use if I wanted to, because it's the Bamboo Lab hot end, which is a surprisingly robust hot end system. I will say, you know, one of the few things I like about Bamboo, their hot ends are actually pretty nice. So we got that. We got our power brick. We got our extruder from Tringle Bob's. We got our SKR Mini E3, motion fasteners, motor kit, and our TFT screen. So it's nothing you haven't seen before in a 3D printer. It's just going in a belt printer. So it's going to be same, but different. Because it's a belt printer. And then the plan is we have to figure out, I'm going to wall mount this thing. I do want to mount this on the wall somewhere. I don't know where, probably in the basement, but I want to mount it on the wall so that I can use it for continuous printing of really dumb stuff. Because what else are you going to use a belt printer for? Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, ribs. Chili's, baby back, ribs. Barbecue sauce. Okay, so let's find, I believe I did download everything that I need for this. Did I download? I could have sworn I downloaded everything. Last week, did I not download the... Okay, apparently on this computer I did not download the BabyBelt files. So let me download the GitHub for the BabyBelt so I can get the manual. Yeah, Rexit, I have the, you're in Discord and you're not watching it, so you told me you're not watching the stream, so you can't. But, where did it link? TechCheaper sent it to me, there we go. BabyBeltPRO, there we go. There we go. So again, shout out to LDO Motors for providing the kit that we are using for this build series. Full-on usual disclosure, LDO sponsored the kit for this build series, but they are not sponsoring it financially. They're just sponsoring the build series materially. So words and opinions are my own, not being influenced, blah, 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 YouTube disclosure over. Okay, so we're on the 2.6 branch of the BabyBelt. BabyBelt V2 build guide. Start here. So I believe there is 2.6 stuff, but I got to figure out what is different with 2.6. Okay, bill of materials, 2.6, belt assembly instructions, tools needed, printed parts, physical build. Okay, so I'm assuming a lot of this is going to be pretty similar between the 2.4 or the 2.5 and the 2.6. Hopefully. Hopefully. So we shall see. Hopefully I don't need like the manual for this one isn't done or something like that. Do any print farms actually use belt printers? I know Pooch has been a vocal proponent of belt printers over the years. But I don't know if I know he's bought some and used some. but I don't know if he's still using any in his farm. From what I can tell, his farm seems very Core 1-y right now. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just getting rid of the because I printed these in ABS, and no lie, they were a little, I won't say warpy, but let's just say the bed did things that weren't flat. So, yeah. So, right off the bat, we have place M3s in holes. Okay, so frame assembly, physical build. So here's the thing. There is a difference between 2.5 and 2.6. There's a bomb difference, but I believe the biggest difference is the gantry. So we're just gonna follow the build guide itself. When was this last? It was last updated a week ago. So I'm assuming it has, you know, oh, hey, if you're building a 2.5, do this. If you're building a 2.6, do this, I'm hoping. Here's the tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need to do a bunch of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Printed parts, I have all the printed parts, blah, blah, blah. Purchased part, SD card. So we are building this without Clipper. We're also building this with Marlene in it. Why? Cost. 2, the kit doesn't come with a Raspberry Pi, so I'm building it as the kit comes. And 3, I haven't built Marlin a printer in frickin' over half a decade. Plus it'll keep it simpler. So we're gonna do Marlin, at least for now. If we do wanna swap it over to Clipper, we will switch it over to Clipper, but for now, we will stay on Le Marlin. I'm getting my French ready. Yes, buddy?
I killed the fly.
You killed the fly? How'd you kill it?
By doing it.
Okay.
I slapped the pin back that where the fly was.
Oh, nice. You got rid of it now?
And brought it down the toilet.
You flushed it down. Okay, go wash your hands now.
I already did.
Okay. Good job. Oh, little guy. There's been like 1 fly in our house. There were 2. I got 1 with a Nerf gun. I was kind of proud of that. The joys of having a vaulted, not a vaulted ceiling, but a tall ceiling in the entrance of our house. And there's like a window, so it's like you can't really get up there to get him if a stupid housefly comes in and it decides to hang out there. So he got 1, so he's all proud of that. I got the 2.6 kit. I got the 2.6 kit. There is not a lot of screws to this kit. There's not a lot of screws to this kit. I mean, that's cool, I guess. Okay, so first things first, place M3 nuts into the holes in the dedicated area side B. Okay. Oh, Rob Minks here. If you don't know who made the baby belt, it's the guy named Rob in chat right now. I believe he's the BabyBelt, the BabyBelt guy. How is BabyBelt formed? How is BabyBelt formed? Okay, that. We got our trusty 1, 2, 3 block to keep stuff from falling down. Join the 2 sides together and place 1 M320 screw in the dedicated hole. Are we only doing the 1 screw for now? I guess we only do the 1 screw for now. Okay, so I only need 1 for now. So you go in there. These other 2 ones go back in the bag. And then we need an M320. And then we attach the two sides together. So here comes the part where I go, hopefully I have an Allen key long enough for this. Well, I don't think we're gonna get a full assembly today. If we get a full assembly today, that'll be cool, but I highly doubt it. What? Oh. There is fuzzy in there. There we go. There we go. Frame should look like that. Unpack the board. Oh shit, already? Okay. Duck check. We're good. Little late to the party, I missed you. Yeah, I accidentally pushed the stream. I created the stream unlisted because it's a new series. So like YouTube, normally when I do a stream, I just reuse a previous stream and I just change the title and thumbnail. But when I start a new series, I have to create one from scratch. And when I do that, it defaults to all my default settings for like a YouTube upload, which is default unlisted. Because when I put a video out, I want it to be unlisted until I make it listed. So my defaults for YouTube are unlisted. So occasionally it decides to, I dumb and I forget. Okay, locate the jumpers, install the 3 jumpers as shown. Okay. But I have more than 3 jumpers. Okay. So yeah, 1. 2. I'm going to Quebec in 2 weeks, so I have to practice mon français. Install the SKR board. Buy the power switch. Buy the power switch? When did I put the power switch in? I didn't put the power switch in. Am I supposed to put the power switch in? Oh, there's the power switch. Who's running the GitHub? We're backwards here. Okay, so the power switch goes here so that you go this way. Okay. And then we ignore the power wires for now. The images were reused. Oh, ignore the images. Okay, M310s. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm half done the build. I know. I think this is like the fastest build that we've gone from literally 1 screw into the build and we're already installing the controller. Before you know it, we're not even gonna have to build a printer anymore. We're just gonna like, somehow we're gonna make a screw print to something. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, you can use Clipper or Marlin. We are using Clipper for now, or correction, we are building it with Marlin because that's what the kit comes with. So we're kind of like, we're building it as simply as possible, essentially. So as it comes out of the box is how we're building it. But, you know, it's not hard to add a Raspberry Pi, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, one second here. Do I have a Raspberry Pi out here? I might have brought, I don't think I have a spare Pi out here. Okay, I gotta loosen you. Loosen you. Okay, you find your home. There's always that one screw that doesn't want to go in. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, if, do I have a Raspberry Pi? I do have a Pi. I do have a Pi. Literally, if you want to put a Pi on this, it goes right here, and you just punch out this so that the Pi sticks out there. So, I mean, is this Pi 3 or B? It's Pi 3 Model B. So if I want to put a Pi in, I could just put that Pi in right there. But we're not building with the Pi for now. We're building it stock, and then we might swap it to a clipper later. Okay, so we got those 3 jumpers in. I'm assuming I didn't have to do anything with this jumper because it was already there. Okay. Okay, and now make sure the micro USB and the micro SD ports line up. That SD card port is pretty dang close, but it does clear, so we're good there. Yeah, we're good. Does the kit come with an SD card, micro SD card? I don't think I have one. I'm gonna have to find a micro SD card. All right. Power jack and switch. No, the exact wiring of switch and jack may differ. Some switches take an extra hot to use as an LED. LEO kits have 2 power jacks included due to the original bomb mix-up. One will be loose, one will be... only one kit will need the power supply tester. Okay, so... I do believe that my kit, because this is a very first run of the 2.6 kits, I think I have to fix a plug, but I don't know exactly where it is. I'll know it when I see it, apparently. But the LDO kits have 2. One will be loose, the other one will be in boxes. Only one will fit the included power supply. Make sure to test the jack, which is not needed. Okay. So, we got an inlet. We've got a switch, and then we install that. Okay. So, switch. There's the inlet. Ooh, and it even has a little thingy to do that. And let me just double check. I think we're okay because this is not an original, like a 2.5 kit. This should be fixed. Yeah, it should be fixed, but we're just gonna double check. Just gonna double check. Do I need to blur this? Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. So we need to install this. To that. So how does this work? I hate instructions like this. I clicked the image and it brought it made it big, and then it's like, okay, so I'm gonna have to take it apart to put it on and then wire it up like that. Okay, so let's put our switch in. So the switch should go in pretty simply. Okay, I want O at the top, which is off. So I'm assuming red light means on. So it should go like that. Because I'm looking at the wires here, and we got 2 reds and a, yeah, so I'm assuming it goes in this way. So, oh, there's an anti-rotation. So you can't put it in backwards. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that is tight. Oh, that is tight. I mean, it ain't ever coming out. That ain't ever coming out. Lord help me if I need to take that out at any point in my life. Okay. Take all this apart. Honestly, if I ever need to take that out, I'm reprinting this part. Nice. So that can stay on here. I don't like that at the top. Yeah, I'm taking that off. There we go. And then we put it all back together. The POLYMAKER, yeah, it's a new link with POLYMAKER. Use the one in this video or any recent video. But yeah, the POLYMAKER link is different now. POLYMAKER changed the service they use for their affiliates. So yeah, use the new one. So if you use the old one, appreciate it, but essentially nothing happened. So that's why it's a new one going forward. There we go. Okay. So we have our inlet, which got that little plug there to protect it. Got our power switch. And it looks like, how do we wire this up? So the red from that goes to the middle and the black goes to the bottom, it looks like. Yeah. So black to the bottom, red to the middle. Black to the bottom. Red to the middle. And then this one goes somewhere. Okay, older kits, that's not us. See, I hate when I do that. I gotta get used to clicking with the middle mouse button. So that's that. That's an older kit. Okay, that's the older kit. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, connect the wires from the power switch and power jack to the SKR as below. So I'm assuming I should have a red wire because this goes into this terminal. So I'm assuming I should have another red wire. Yeah, in here. And it looks like red and black. So this is one of the few, like, when it comes to criticisms of Big Tree Tech, this is like the most common complaint I have about Big Tree Tech. And it's not a huge thing, but it's just the way that they label their boards. For a lot of the time, they don't label it on the top. Like, you can't see which is the positive and which is the negative when it's installed, because it's labeled, it's silk screened on the bottom. So a lot of the time, you kind of have to rely on pictures like this to make sure you're wiring it up correctly. And it's like, well, hopefully that picture's accurate. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bad time. Yeah, like, yeah, you can always, you know, look at a pinout print, which you should always do that, because you never know, right? You never know. You might have a revision of the board where the silk screen is wrong. Who knows, right? There we go. I think these are even little zip tie holders there. Okay, so that is that. And you know what? You know what? Let's make sure it works. Let's make sure it works, because we can make sure it works right now. If it works, it works. And if it don't, it's better to find out now. So it's off. Plug in the power. On. Red light. Red light. Off. Okay, we're good. Power supply works. And we didn't screw up the wiring. Yay! Okay. And now we install the screen. Okay. So this part, I honestly probably should have reprinted, but we'll be okay. Some of these parts you do have to add support. And I kinda should have added some support up here, and it didn't bridge as good as I hoped. But it's on the inside, so nobody sees, right? You don't see it, nobody sees. So we're just gonna spend a second here to clean up my shitty bridging. Rob, if you're here, just something that would take the baby belt to the next level, design supports into the models that need support. I know it's not a huge deal to just paint on supports on a couple parts that are called out. It's called out too. So I can't like knock you for having to use supports. But if you want to elevate it to the next level, design supports into the model. It'll just make things a little bit easier. Okay, slide the screen into the screen mount. Okay. What is that power supply rated for? 24 volt, 8.3 amp, 200 watt. It's a 200 watt power supply. It's a no-name brand. There is no branding on it at all, and the box was just a brown box. So if you want to do a little sleuthing, there you go. It's made out of the finest grade Chinesium known to man. Okay, so this is our screen, TFT35. Look at that peel, look at that peel, look at that peel, look at that peel, look at that peel. Oh my God. It's so good you could see yourself. Look at that. Say hi, chat. Say hi, chat. You could see yourself. Okay. And then what do we attach it with? It's M310s. Wow, M310s. Wow. Same power supply as positron? Yeah. I mean, it's unlabeled, so you don't know. That's why I mean it's like Chinesium. It's just unlabeled from China. But the thing is, though, and the thing that scares people, it's not really a bad thing anymore. Like, I remember I've seen a picture of a Chinese drill bit that somebody was drilling in and it got stuck and it untwisted. That should not happen with a drill bit. I think that's where like the term Chinesium came from. It was just like that kind of pots and pans, low quality. And the problem is though, well, it's not a problem. I mean, it's a problem to some people, is it's actually gotten good. Like it's kind of hard to tell nowadays. Like it's not something to worry about if something's made in China anymore, for the most part. How am I going to get those screws in? Hopefully, Alan. Key of Alan to the rescue. Power it over USB-C. Oh, you probably could power this over USB-C if you really wanted to. If only there were some extra holes so you can get better access. Oh, wait. There they are. There are extra holes so you can get better access. Somehow this front part is better than the Voron skirts. Somehow. So again, piece of advice, anytime you're screwing in something with multiple screws, when there's no real like locator, get the screws started first, get them all started, and then go around and tighten them. There we go. Barely tell that needed support. There we go. Good as new. Okay, we've done that. Oh, where's the knob? I need the knob. Oh, and we got to do another duct check. We're good. So, install our knob. Plug the wires into the port labeled RS232 on the back. Okay. So I'm assuming it's this wire right here. Okay. Take the printer and flip it over, line up the screen mount in the end, insert an M3 nut into the bottom hole, and then an M320 to attach together. Okay. So, assuming the screen goes on this side. So I need an M3 T-nut. USB can do 240. That's insane how much power they could push over USB now. It's like, it's crazy to think about. Put so much juice into a USB port. Okay, so you go in here. You go there. I don't know if it's screwing into anything. I can't tell. Oh. Uh-oh. Nope, because the T-nut fell out. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Hopefully that lines up now. There we go. Okay, now it's lining up. There we go. And then use 2 M320 and 2 M3 to attach the tops. I'm assuming that's those ones. Yeah, okay. Nice shade of purple. Yeah, it is. I'm actually kind of happy I went with the Joker. It's not a Joker, it's an Evangelion. It's an Ava 01 build. Ava 01. Are there... Oh, geez. Rob, you're just raw dogging this, eh? You don't have a countersink or anything. We're just raw dogging this, eh? No heat sets or anything. Okay. Yeah, we're just raw dogging it. I can find where the holes line up. There it is. I swear heat sets would be really nice, but I get it. They're not really needed. It's just a quality of life thing. Okay. So that's that. Oh geez, motor is already. Okay. Extruder motor. Okay. Hanging off the wall. Yeah, this is definitely gonna go on the wall. There is 4 holes in the bottom that I have access to, which I could jam a heat set in or put a screw through and then put it onto something. So we could totally French cleat this onto something. Totally. We are gonna do it. This is getting French cleated. Okay, I'm assuming one of these is the extruder. I don't think it matters which one's which. So check your extruder manual for any particular installation. Attach the gear to the NEMA 17. Ensure the grub screw is tight. Make sure the gear fits well on the shaft. For BMG, the screw faces away from the motor. Okay. So. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. It's a BMG, a Bondtech. It's where they started. I mean, it's not a Bondtech per se, but back in the day, Like, I need a flashlight. I just want to make sure it's lined up properly. Oh yeah, we're good. If anything, I drop it down just a bit. And actually, I'll put a dab of Loctite on it too. Little dab will do ya, Loctite. Or I could just cross thread it. There we go. When in doubt, cross thread. Cross threading is nature's Loctite. Okay, so we install the motor there, and it looks like wires go towards the front or the back. I don't. Okay, so the wires go this way. Okay, and then what do we attach this with? M310s. It's always M310s. M310s are the new M38 apparently. Okay, that's not M310s. Oh wait, because I gotta pinch it in. That's right, I gotta pinch it in. That's right, I gotta... Forgot how these go together. Forgot how these go together, because we have to do this whole proper installation thing. Use these screws. There we go. That's right. It's been a hot minute since I've had to build one of these. So you go this way. Okay. And then we want this being like this, right? Yeah. Yeah. What's going on? Okay. 1. 2. Fireworks? There's fireworks where? Yeah, the guy, if you're on like the, what is it? If you're on the East Coast right now, you guys are probably getting the storm that I got yesterday, that we got here yesterday. And let's just say it was a big one. Like a lot of trees. I went for my little morning walk this morning, and there were a couple trees into fences. A whole county road was blocked because a tree just kind of went down on the whole thing. There we go. And then what I'll probably do is put the E-cast in there, because this one has a fitting, yep. So just so I don't lose it. This will be for the filament in. There we go. Okay. Extruder is installed. And belt tensioners. Sweet. So, just to follow this wire in. Ooh. This little box fell over, and for a second I went, oh shit. Okay, just garbage, 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 garbage. Keep you for now. Your wire go in there. Your garbage, your garbage. You go in there. Your garbage, your garbage, your garbage, your garbage. Okay. Trying to keep this clean. Keep it clean. Like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Also, like, enter for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, link below. Raining off and off in Michigan. What do we got right now? Weather. Precipitation? Where's the radar map? Oh yeah, you're north of me, yeah. Yeah, the rain's north of me. Yeah, that's north of me. It's one of those weird things, like I'm in Canada and it's raining north of me in the United States. It's like, wait a minute. Okay. So here comes the part where I hope I printed everything I need. So what do we need now? I need 2 of these guys. So I need that guy. That guy. I need this guy, and I think this guy, and then this guy, and this guy. And then I need some bolts. Okay, big chungus bolts. Oh, and some big old nuts. Look at these big nuts. Okay, so note, you need to do each thing twice. Okay, fit the nut in. So let me put the nut in the hole. 1 nut. 2 nut. And then that goes in that. So secure it with Is anyone in the DC area and saw the flyovers? That is something I would love to see. I would have loved. Apparently, like, you know, there is a absolute ton of aircraft flyovers of Washington today. I would have loved to see that. That I would have loved to see. In the lower peninsula, Michigan got hit last night. I know, I'm right across from Detroit, so we got a decent amount last night. Oh. Assuming this is a tight end, so I'm just gonna snug it up. go. Okay, fit a nut into the other one. And that goes in the middle of those ones. What? It's like, okay. Okay, so let's make sure these look the same. Why do mine look different? I have, okay, I guess they changed it because mine have material under here. Yeah, mine have material under here. So see how mine are fully enveloped it? I don't think I have ones that are, yeah, I don't, yeah, so I'm assuming that's one of the changes between this revision and that revision is a little bit more meat on the bone, if you know what I'm saying. Mitch is here. Hey, Mitch. There we go. So that matches that. There are spots for the tensioners to fit on either side of the base. Use an M320 to hold both in with the curve side facing outward. What do you mean the curve side facing outward? I'm assuming curve side facing outward would be like this. So this fits. Or right there. Man, it would have been nice if these pictures didn't cut off right here so I could see the whole curve side facing downward. Like face down. Faces inward and goes into the track. Yeah, if these pictures were extended out to about here, it would have been really helpful. So this goes into the track like that. Okay, that makes sense. And they curve downward. So curves down. There we go. And then M320s go in. Oh, I see how, okay, I see how it works now, okay. And for those that don't know, when I do builds like this, especially builds like this where I haven't built for the first time and whatnot, I tend to go through the instructions like very critically, not in a way trying to like make it seem like they're bad or anything like that, or not for any nefarious purpose, but more so the fact that like, this is something that somebody could mess up on. Let's try and make it a little bit more clear so that if somebody is building this on their own in the future, they don't run into this issue potentially. That's kind of the idea. Also, I think these screws just kind of sit there. Because there is, yeah, they are not screwing into anything. They're just kind of there by like a pin, I guess. I mean, the holes are long enough, I could put a screw all the way through, but it's not what the manual says, so. Okay, so now we have those two pushers in there. Okay, the rollers. Now this one I'm gonna have to fiddle with because I have support I gotta clean out of this, so give me a second here. I'm assuming this part goes on the back. Yeah, that goes on the back. Okay, look at that. It looks like a battle bot. Okay, I have support going right down the middle of this. I got to get out of this. So hopefully... Look! It's one of those little biodegradable straws. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Good pair of needle nose pliers come in really handy here. There we go. Clean. That support actually came out really clean. I'm actually kind of happy how clean that support came out. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. Okay. Check both ends of the roller, clean up the openings if needed. Wrap both rollers in electrical tape to maintain a better grip on the belt. We recommend 2 wraps. The second one helping to hold in the... Okay, do I have electrical tape? I got VHB tape. I've got this like weird nylon tape. More VHB tape. I gotta look for electrical tape. I've got aluminum tape. You gonna promote it? Yeah, go ahead. If you're part of the Baby Belt team, you are. I give you full, full leeway to hype your shit. Electrical tape. Electrical tape. I got orange electrical tape. That'll do. That's all I got. Yeah, I've got orange electrical tape. We'll use orange electrical tape. Dry. Yeah. So just kind of I knew where my scissors went. How do you lose scissors? Seriously. one. Hockey tape? I don't know. Like, I have Tessa tape, but the instructions say electrical tape. So I'm following the instructions. If it needs to be candy caned, it will be candy caned. There we go. Yeah, that tape is old, so it's like oozy. There we go. So, taped up with electrical tape. 2 wraps. And it looks like we have to add, okay, so wait, what are we doing? Okay, so add, I don't have bearings. Are the bearings in here? Oh, there are the bearings. I'm like, where are the bearings at? There we go. So it looks like we put a nut in it. So the last of the 4 nuts and our, okay. So nut goes in. Bolt goes in. Is there a washer on the end of the bolt? Okay, let me double check. So wrap both rollers in tape. We recommend 2 wraps. Second one hold the first in place. Place an M8 nut into the side and then put the bolt in with that and then put it in all the way. Okay. Knife goes in, knife goes out. Knife goes in, knife goes out. That's what Osaka Seafood Concern is all about. Full length threaded rod. Ooh, yeah. Now, do I need to tighten these? Or am I just kind of like, we going finger tight for now? Grip tape, you can have too much. It gets too thick and drags the belt on the frame. Ah, good point. Snug them up is fine. Okay, so snug, snug. It's only 9:17. We better not finish this build in one stream. I need to get at least 2 streams of content out of this. At least 2. Everyone like the smash button, ring the bell, and subscribe if you're new. And if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create and things I do, so you can keep seeing cool, fun stuff like this, subscribe. Or become a channel member. That's what the word is. Freaking Twitch and YouTube using same words for different meanings. Become a channel member. You get extra videos, or videos early, you get extra streams, extra channels in the Discord, and you don't get to be a gray name in chat. It's cool to have like a green name. There we go. And for those green names in chat, don't you want to see more green names? Give subs. There we go. Okay. Let me put that. Oh, wait. On one of the rollers, install the gear before putting on the bearing. Oh, shit. Okay. Wait, how does that go on? Okay, on one of them? Okay, well, I guess we'll do this one. Upgrade the Choco printer. Yeah, we will be upgrading the Cocoa Press. The Cocoa Press will be getting the V2 upgrade. Probably after I get back from the vacation. What is Han saying? Tuning print. Oh yeah, yeah. I have never used a belt printer ever, so some TPU around the roller. That actually might be something worth trying out, since I have, you know, printers that I have tool changers. I could print it with like TPU on the outside. Oh yeah, this is moving very quick. Okay, so we have that. The motor. We have the motor. The motor goes here. So that goes in there with that towards the screen. And then that holds on with 4 M310s. Woo! Good old M310s, ever reliable M310s. You won't let me down, M310s. It goes fast when you're putting together 12 parts. I know, I printed everything. It was like, I'm pretty sure I printed everything, but like, this is all that's in the box still. So I'm like, I think I printed everything. I feel like I should have more, but I think I got it all. What is that noise? Are you freaking serious? You can't hear it. I'm hearing fireworks. I should not be hearing fireworks today. I should not be hearing fireworks today. Okay, get all the screws started and then go around and tighten them. Yeah, we're celebrating. Yeah, Canadians celebrating, they're not American. Full disclosure, I have, you know, for those that think, I'm a chirper. I like chirping, and I also like self-deprecating humor, so I poke fun at myself all the time. I have nothing against the US. Government on the other side. But the people, no, people are great. Okay, install the NEMA 17 gear onto the motor. Okay. Is it this little guy? Okay. It's this little guy. Look at this. Look at this. He's so little. Happy you're our hat day. Okay, how does this go on? So this goes on this way, I'm guessing. It's just a press fit. It just, okay. That's it? Okay. And then that goes there. And we gotta line it up. Go the gear the right way around? Yeah, no, that's the right way around. Kind of feel like I should have this the other. Oh wait, which way does it go? Not that way. Yeah, it goes that. It has to go that way. There we go. Oh shit, I had the wrong camera. Yeah, so it lines up, and it just lines up like that. I'm probably gonna put a dab of super glue or something in there, because that just kind of feels like it should have something to hold it in place. I mean, it is a herringbone gear, so that means it should be self-locating kind of thing. Need to put the belt on the roller. Do I need to put it on? Take the roller back off and move on to the next step. Okay. Not already installed, follow the fabric belt. Install the scraper. Wait. Take the roller back out and move on to the next step. Jump. Okay. Scraper installed. Not already completed. Follow the fabric belt guide to make a belt. Place an M3 nut into the top slot of the frame. Okay. Repeat on the other side. Okay, so one that goes in here, one that goes in here. Those are magnetic, so don't use that. I hate when I got tools that are magnetic. You know what? There we go. Piece of plastic, that's not magnetic. There we go. You get in. You get in. Okay. So put that in there. Put that in there. Slide the belt over the roller gear. Put the. Okay, so we got to get the belt. Should I hit the edges of this with a lighter to clean off these frays? Or should I, am I good as is? Like. There we go. Okay, so we got our belt. And use two M320. So let's get the M320s ready. It'll burn, not melt. Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing fireworks. There we go. There we go. Make sure it actually moves. Yep. Okay, that does that. Use an M3 nut and attach a scraper frame in the bottom, same as the screen. Okay. To the 2.6 gantry. I printed all 2.6 parts for this. I printed all 2.6 parts for this, so. I don't know if the screw's going in or not. I can't tell. Oh, no, it is. It's so annoying when it's like you're putting a screw in a blind hole and you can't see anything. You're like, are you going in? Are you doing anything? I don't know. I can't tell. Okay. So we got our belt installed. Very nice. Okay. Gantry. Oh, we got to do some heat sets. The 2.6 gantry requires some heat sets. Sweet. So I'm gonna put this over here. Let me get my heat set station set up. Heat you up. There we go. Sweet. And then we need this part, which I gotta break some support off. I am hungry. I am hungry. How many index tools am I mounting on this? Yes. Okay, if you're not familiar, there's a heat set inserts in a minute. How do you put a heat set in, guys? I don't know. This random guy has a random YouTube video. I don't know who he is. I don't know who this is, but if you needed to put heat sets in, there you go. We strung them in running it into these after they cool down. Some, particularly the undermounts, push plastic in. So insert your 6 heat sets there. Sweet. And then we have these underskirt parts. Okay, so we have a bunch of heat sets. So let me pull out all these parts. I'm gonna heat set them all at once. That. 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 Which part is this? Oh, I see. Okay. So that, and then that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, I see. Because these are different. Okay, I see. Okay, this makes sense. So 2 in the back on each one, and then 1 gets there and there. And then, what? Okay, it says 4 go in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is it 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is it 4 or 5? 4 insets go in each. But it's 5. Does that get one? Or does that get, because they're, okay, only that one gets one then. But that, yeah. What? Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna follow exactly what I see here. All right. Start with the heat sets. Question, planning 48 volt for the Stealth Changer build, but the stock LDO SSR says 5 to 24 volts. No, the SSR, that 5 to 24 volts is the control current. So that is the voltage that it needs to flip the switch to turn the bed on and off. So the bed's is main. So the solid state relay is a relay that is controlled. Think of it like a switch, an on-off switch, controlled by a voltage on-off, right? So you need a controllable voltage that you can turn on and off. So that's why we use fan controllers, bed controllers, anything with a MOSFET essentially will work. And it needs a voltage between 5 and 24 volts. So because your SSR is being controlled by probably a bed heater or a fan on your controller board, you're not feeding it 48 volts. The 48 volts that you feed into a controller is just for the stepper motors. It doesn't go to like the fans or the heat sink or the heaters or anything like that. If for some reason your hot end heater is now 48 volts, something's wrong. So yeah, you don't need to get a new SSR. As long as the voltage that's going to it is between 5 and 24 volts, it'll work. 5, 6. Okay, so let's do these ones. So this is one of those things where having a 1, 2, 3 block makes it easy because this doesn't sit flat. So by using a 1, 2, 3 block, we make it sit flat. And I touched the hot metal thing with my finger and it burned. If you're wondering what I'm doing just off camera here, I'm installing heat sets. Also, pro tip, if you're trying to install a heat set and like you're getting it lined up and it's on the iron and it like falls off, don't pick it up. Let it cool down first, because you know it's only touching the iron for a few seconds. That's enough to get it scalding hot. Ask me how I know. Look at that. I am so confused about this part. So that there, one there. I'm just gonna follow the pictures because. Okay, make sure to give your UHP proper cooling. Or I have never put any sort of heatsink or dedicated fan on a power supply in a 3D printer ever. Most of my printers just have a crosshair fan across the bottom and the bottom, like for the Vorons, and that's always been enough. Also, you have to understand most of these UPSs or power supplies that you're using, they are rated to like have a heat sink or active cooling for their like use case where they're like powering a bank of LED lights and they're on 24/7. Your 3D printer isn't on and drawing max current 24/7. So you can kind of get away with not. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one, we need one there and there. I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at these pictures, and I'm trying to figure out what this extra bit of blue around the heat sets are. Like, what is this little bit of blue around it? Ah! Hot. Wow, someone's going crazy with the fireworks. You guys, I don't think you guys, can you guys hear the fireworks? I don't know if it's coming across on the stream. I'm assuming my noise gate might be knocking it out, so you're probably not hearing it, but someone's having fun. There we go. Now we need to put one there, one there. Yeah, it's 5 in each one. It's not 4 in each one. It's 5 in each one. So the text was confusing because it's like, put 4 in each one. I'm like, I'm looking at the image. I'm like, there's 5. The instructions are like, there are 4 heat sets. And I'm like, there's 5. Your eyes deceive you. Okay, that one. I put one in here. And I think this is the last heat set. Go. Actually, I want to sink that one just a bit deeper. There we go. There we go. Okay. Heat sets installed. Yeehaw. So X carriage caution. Do not remove the rubber stoppers from the linear rail until necessary. Okay. What the heck am I looking at here? No, we highly recommend lubricating all the linear rails and bearings using something like that. Great guy providing how to do this. Do I? Lubrication basics. There you go. You want to know how this YouTube channel keeps afloat? There's a couple videos that just get a lot of views. Okay, what the heck am I looking at here? What is this part? What the hell am I looking at here? Okay, there's that part, that part. Okay. What? Okay, I feel like this is very much a draw the rest of the owl moment here. Okay, that goes there. And then this goes here? Is that it? What am I looking at here? Yeah, that one and that, okay, those are those two parts. The two under rail parts with the heat sets installed. That mounts there, that mounts there. Okay, so one thing I'm kind of confused about is that mounts like that, but there's like nut holders on the back here. So am I blocking those? Do we? Well, this ain't flat now. I gotta make sure this is flat. Yeah, file that's a bit more abrasive. Okay, and then we need the rail, so let me grab the rail. It's the MGN 12, a bigger rail. I don't know where my knife went. I don't know where my knife went, and it's annoying me. And I don't know where my scissors went. There we go. Okay, so let's grease this up. Grease me up! So, quickest way to grease up a linear rail for a 3D printer is you basically take your carriage, line it up with a hole, take your mini grease gun, line that up, go splooge, splooge until you see grease come out a little bit on the sides. Then you move it over 1 or 2 railings. This way it cycles the balls all the way through. And then you do it again. 1, 2. Okay, and your rail's greased. There you go. Move it back and forth a bunch. Wipe away the excess. Bob's your uncle. Bagel printer. Ooh, I could go for a nice warm bagel. Oop, almost lost my rubber stopper. So, pro tip, when you wipe the grease off, don't clean the grease off. Wipe the grease off. When you wipe the grease off, you leave a fine layer of it, and guess what? That acts like a rust preventative. Oh, that's nice. So you wipe away the excess to, you know, try and prevent grit and whatnot from building up. Make it look clean, make it look pretty. Clean up all that extra grease in the hole you splooged it through. But the worst thing you can do is like clean the rail till it's bone dry with like isopropyl alcohol or something. Because guess what? If you live, you know, on the coast or somewhere with high humidity, your rails are gonna rust. They're metal. They kind of do that. Unless they're stainless. And by stainless, I mean like really stainless, not like not stainless, stainless. You know what I mean. Okay. So how do I do this? Because this is kind of rest of the owl situation. So do not remove the rubber stoppers until necessary. We highly recommend lubing them. Locate that. Take the cleaned and lubricated rails, place on a flat surface, move the carrier to the center, carefully move the rubber on each side, mount it aligned with that with the inside. What do we mount it with? M310 screws. Okay. So I think this just kind of goes underneath there. Like, what are these for? Because there's M3 hex here, but they get covered by this. So I'm like, I guess we don't need those, but why are they there? Okay, whatever, I'm following the manual. Pepperoni, bacon, and pineapple pizza, there you go. I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza, but I'm like not a fan of pineapple in general. I don't mind pineapple juice. Don't mind pineapple juice, but the extra holes are for backwards compatibility. Okay. Okay. I would like to see a little note of that in the wiki guide there, just so you don't end up in a situation like I just had where I'm like, what the heck is going on? I feel like I missed something. Again, when I build stuff on stream, we're purposely trying to find holes in the manual to try and make the manual better, right? I'm purposely looking for stuff that, you know, oh, what's this? Why is this here? What's going on here? Because if I could find something that's a little confusing and we get it sorted out so it's not as confusing, then when little Timmy goes to build this and they've never built a printer before, they don't run into the problem, right? We're trying to make it A better experience for everyone. I do like how the rail alignment is built into the parts though, so you don't need a jig or anything like that. Show you there are holes in the manual. Oh, I know. That's okay. Taking notes? Awesome possum. Yeah, again, I don't mean any of it in any sort of detrimental way. It's all a learning experience, right? It's all about learning and making it better. There we go. There we go. So that is our carriage, I guess. A little bit more clearance on this side than this side, but I don't think that matters. Okay, caution. You must use button head screws for this. The idlers will catch on the socket cap screws and cause issues. Yes, they are wrong in the picture. Okay, so position that over that and we attach that. Okay. So what do you use? You use, well, what size screws? M36s. Okay. And look, in the kit, they are bouton head. Bouton head. Is it almost beer o'clock? It is almost beer o'clock, guys. It is almost beer o'clock. Rejoice. Rejoice. So again, anytime you're putting screws into something that doesn't really have a locator, get all your screws started first and then tighten them down. I prefer a clipper, but yeah, if you have a kit, yeah. The kit doesn't come with a Raspberry Pi because that would probably like double the price of the kit right now. Let's be honest, Raspberry Pis are getting expensive again. Can somebody like Can somebody ask ChatGPT to make a virus that destroys ChatGPT, please? Can somebody like, can we get a Bartmoss crash anytime soon? Somebody want to crash the net? Start over. Leave YouTube up though. I do have bills. There we go. Okay. So there's our. So I'm assuming this is our Z, I guess. $600-watt power supply. Why do you need a 600-watt power supply? Yeah, just get ChatGPT to run an RMRF. Okay. On that X carriage, line up the smooth idlers with. What? Line up the smooth idlers with the indicated holes and secure in place with. File not found. What am I? Wait. On the 26X carriage. Okay, you spelled carriage wrong here. Line up the smooth. Are there idlers I'm supposed to put in here? Okay, I guess there's smooth idlers that I. In there. And then attach those with M320s. So they don't have the idlers in the picture, but they go in there. Okay. BigTreeTech Pis. I have the BigTreeTech Pi in which printer is it? The Venture XL has it. Okay, the fact that my smooth idlers don't want to go in is a bit concerning, because this part was printed with support, and I cleaned it up as best I can, but it's kind of tight in there. There we go. Okay, that's still tight. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Spins freely. Don't over tighten it so you still get full spinach, because it is an idler, so it does need to move. There we go. Nope, still a little tight. Microplastics. I love microplastics in the morning. Tastes like victory. And microplastics. Is there any disadvantage to running a Pi Zero on a clipper build? A zero, like a bone, like an actual like Pi 00, I'd advise against it. You can do it on a simple printer with no bells and whistles, but minimum nowadays, I kind of don't recommend going below a Pi 02. You're gonna run into some downsides to running a Pi 02 because you don't have the same amount of ports. Can't plug in a USB webcam. You're gonna need like a freaking breakout board or a USB hub. At that point, go to like a Pi 3B, because the Pi 3B and the Pi 02 have the same controller, right? I've used a Pi 02 to run a printer. It works fine. It works fine. You're limited by the fact that you're limited on RAM and you're limited on controller. So if you're trying to like have it render the G code as it's printing, it's going to bottleneck. If it's a printer like trying to go super fast with like 8 stepper motors, you might run into issues. But like I have run a normal V0 size printer on a Pi 02, no problem. So yeah, and also make sure you get the wireless variant. I'm all out of aqua. I'm out of water. What shall I drink now? What shall I drink now? Out of water. Oh no. Oh no. I have ceased to have water to consume. I shall now search into my beer fridge for something. I don't know what I will find in the beer fridge. What could I possibly find in the beer fridge that is something I could drink? A beer! Alcohol. Well, 4% alcohol, so it's pretty much water. There you go. Smoke them if you got them. Did I put this on the right way? I did. Good, I did. I'll rewatch later. Gotta go have some America. Yeehaw, cowboy! Make sure you come back with all your fingers intact. Make sure you come back with all your fingers intact. See, like, does this work? Who does this? Like, when you just, like, spam out this kind of stuff, and you just tag a bunch of random people, and then also me for some reason, like, I'm sorry, but no. You get blocked because you're a bot. Or even if you're not a bot, you're a meat bot. Which, if you behave like a bot, I think you're a bot and I ban you. Or block you. Okay, where are we at? Way I said beer beer? Beer! Okay, so we've done that, We need the Y carriage. I gotta slow down, we're making too much progress. We're making too much progress. Okay, attach the Y carb fan. Okay, so let's grab some Y pieces. So this piece and this piece, and that attaches like that. Okay, and that attaches with M3 nuts. Older MGN size shown. The 2.6 is the same and larger. What size screw? What size screw do I use? Oh no, it doesn't tell me what size screw. I'm assuming it's M310s. Oh, M310s, there it is. Secure with M3 nuts. Okay. So this looks like it goes like that, and then this comes like that, and then that goes with M310s. Okay, so I mean, dose nuts. It's a build and chill and print stream. Yeah. Think I'll have it up and running tonight? I doubt it. But like, I did not expect it to be this quick of a build. I mean, I kind of love its elegant simplicity. Like, part of me kind of like digs the elegant simplicity of it. Watch, I'm going to get to one part that's just going to annoy the hell out of me. And be like, who the hell designed this thing? What the heck were they smoking? How am I supposed to get a nut on that? Does it fit? Yeah, it does fit. Okay. I mean, we only have an hour left. And I am going to try and do a Gundam build stream on Twitch tomorrow. So if you enjoy the Twitch streams, I will try and do a Gundam build stream on Twitch tomorrow. I know I've been missing the ones this week, but we should try. Also, I did record a video. It's a Yap and Chat video because I hate doing videos. You guys know I hate doing videos. I prefer live, which is really funny because some people prefer live, some people prefer VOD. I prefer live. Okay, how am I supposed to tighten this? There, kind of jam a prevent it from spitting. There we go. I recorded a video where I talk about or how you shouldn't be buying bamboos anymore, because nobody should buy non-tool changers if you're serious about multicolor. So I talk for like 15 minutes about stuff. If you're a channel supporter, you saw the video, but I re-recorded the entire thing because I didn't like the take. Also found out I can record the entire thing in one shot. I have the entire video. It's one 16-minute recording. I just got to edit it and put B-roll over it. So, okay, let's get ducted. Okay, orientate the fan so that the airflow will move towards the air ducts in the mount. This is the duct. Okay, so it goes this way. Okay, and then secure with zip ties. Rob. It says secure with zip ties, which this isn't a Prusa. How can there be structural zip ties on a not Prusa printer? That's a Prusa thing. Structural zip ties are a Prusa thing. I was a bit confused there. I thought we were building a Prusa for a moment there. Although I don't think Prusas use structural zip ties since... Did they use them on the Mark III? I know it was a thing on the Mark II. They had zip ties, but I don't think they were structural. The Mark, if I remember correctly, the Mark IIs had like zip ties that actually held parts in place that like they needed to be held in place. Is the Google form broken for anyone else? Let me check. I got 143 people have entered, so if you haven't entered for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, do so now, because we will be doing the draw at 11 p.m. EST. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, and things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the channel. Okay, so we got the zip ties installed. Oop. Use the zip ties to secure wires along the side of the carriage. Okie dokie, I can do that. Cut this little stupid thing off. Oop. You guys gotta tell me when I'm on the wrong camera. There we go. Do not remove the rubber stopper from the linear rail until now. Are we doing rail? Are we railing it up again? Okay, railing it up again. Somebody called Dolores. Big fireworks coming up. Is it? Yeah, 10 o'clock. Fireworks are probably gonna get started soon for a lot of people. Did they cancel the big ones in Washington? Because I know they were like... I know they were supposed to like... Wasn't it supposed to be like the largest fireworks show ever or something? Which I did want to see. One's off after 11 p.m. That's late. Oh, did it get canceled or rained out or something? I just hope nobody gets hurt. Because I know a bunch of people like got heat stroke or whatever. Go, clean the rail up. Storming all even. Oof. There we go. I had the pleasure of being in Ottawa for Canada Day in 2010. And while it was a fun experience, I was there to work. It's like people who do New Year's Eve. You gotta be a special kind of crazy to want to go to a big public event like that. I'm sorry, no. Okay, attach the carriage with M36 button heads. Is this it? No. What is the carriage? What does the carriage even look like? This thing, I think. Nope. It's got 4 screw holes. This is it. Did I print this twice? I printed it twice. Why did I print it twice? Is there a difference between the two? I printed 2 of these. Why did I print this twice? Oh, one's like okay, I see. One's for MGN9. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's 2 different. Let me just double check here. BabyBeltPRO, 2.6, STL, gantry, carriage, bamboo. I think I printed an, oh god, which one did I print? Okay, oh, okay, one's an ECAS. So what's the difference between the two? Shit. I don't know which one I print. I printed both of them and I don't know which one I need. Because mine doesn't look like that at all. Is there a different part that I'm missing? Or is this just that different on the 2.6? I think it's just that different on the 2.6. Seaboard boom is kind of shite. I don't know. So I got 2 of these and they look almost exactly the same and I don't know which one's which. I'm assuming it's this one, because this is M3. And I clicked the damn button the wrong way. Okay. Use the ECAS version? Okay. That's what I kind of figured. Again, just clarification, just a little, make it a little bit easier. 100 people had to get medical attention because of the heat while waiting for to come through. Oh, damn. Like, I've done a parade where it was so hot we had people fainting mid-parade and they had to cut it short. And, like, I get it. Which one's the boom again? That's like a switch wire, right? Okay, so there we go. So there's that carriage. I gotta put it. Oh shit. Well, that M3 nut isn't going in, so I guess I gotta put that M3 nut in first. Un momento. It's a bed slinger on the Age of Quark Spy. Bed slingers are fine. I have, okay, you wanna know what's funny? I'm gonna do a walk through the woods video on my summer vacation, okay? My brother-in-law, they have this nice little, their house has a couple acres and they have like this little field next to a forest. I'm gonna take my little DJI Osmo Pocket and I'm gonna do a one-take video where I renounce my hate of bed flingers and talk about how bed flingers are perfectly fine printers. And honestly, they're probably the best type of printer for the majority of people. Take care, Harrier Pigeon. A pigeon with the ability to hover. That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm not saying the Boom is the best printer. I'm just like, let's be honest, the majority of people, a open frame bed flinger is honestly a perfectly fine printer for the majority of people. Because like 90% of filament that's printed is PLA. So, if you're like one of the weird people like me that print like more ABS than anything else, yeah, no. But let's be honest, for the majority of people, PLA is what you print the majority of the time. And an open frame bed flinger for cheap and reliable and easy to maintain and easy to service is a damn good option for a lot of people. Why do you say the majority of people? Because the majority of people print PLA. I've spoken to like filament manufacturing companies, like 90% of what we sell is PLA. Most people just print PLA. Because most people buy a 3D printer as an impulse purchase to print funny meme print. Should line up with a hot end fan like that. Okay, so this is gonna be fun to line all this shit up. Okay. Okay, so if that's like that, and then that nut goes in there, and this lines up like that. Okay. Now what do I attach it with? Wait, it should line up with a fan like that. Okay. Do I screw it on? Do I attach it? It should line up like that. And then we're talking about Bowden connectors. Do I attach the fan or not? Okay, I guess I'm not attaching the fan. I'm not attaching the fan. Okay, we're just making sure it lines up. Okay. Okay. Like, what's going on here? Am I just lining it up? I'm just making it, okay. Bowden connector. Okay, depending on your choice made pre-purchase. Bowden coupler, that or that. So insert that onto BAM side B. So I gotta find this plate. I have 3 of these plates. Why do I have 3 of these plates? Okay, that's the ECAS. So I put the ECAS in here. Which way do I put it though? Which way do I put it? Insert the M3 nuts into that. Okay. Next we install the hot end. Okay. Okay, so we put these in here. Then we need the hot end. Why does this part seem a lot more confusing than it should be? Why does this part seem confusing? I am so confused right now. What the fuck is going on here? This doesn't look like my part at all. Like... Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, so that goes through there. And that's an M320 from the back. M320 in the back, okay. It's having me like do stuff and then that don't matter yet. And I'm like, what the frick's going on here? So this comes through here from the back. That lines up with that. And we put a nut on it. It's not screwing. Oh, I have the wrong size Allen key. I'm like, why is it not screwing in? It's like, well, it'll probably help if I had the right size bit. Building from the CAD is easier. Yeah, I see it. Okay, and then I got to put that ECAS fitting in the top here. So where'd I put the ECAS? Okay. This is not stable at all, but okay. Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. How do I lose my tweezers? Is it too hard to self-source this? Probably not. There's like a lot of play in this thing. This can weeble wobble. Okay, so we've mounted that. Okay. And that mounts to this now. Oh, okay, I see, okay. So that attaches in like that. And then we attach, okay. So. This is so confusing. Is that all we have? Is literally just is it just one screw that holds this on? Because this is nowhere near rigid enough. Please tell me there's another thing that locks this in place at some point. Please tell me. Please tell me. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna mount this right now. So let's mount this. So you go there, you go there. We mount this with M310s. Okay. 310s. Okay, there's that. Hex trays. I know, I have hex trays. I just never end up using them half the time. Okay, so we've mounted that. Okay, so that looks like that now. Okay. And now we put this on. And then that attaches the rest, I guess? Okay. So this goes in like that. And there's two in there, okay. Yeah, I have hex trays right there. I got a couple. The problem is I leave stuff on them. Yeah, we're building a 2.6 kit, and the manual's still kind of 2.5-y. So there's a bit of a what's going on here and there. Everything was going so smooth, and then I grabbed a beer. I'm just hoping there's more reinforcement to this, because this is loosey-goosey AF. It's just one single nut and a pivot point, so I'm really hoping there's more to hold this in place. Really hoping that. I mean, this is a really nice little tool head, though. Okay, hot end electronics. So we need thermistor, that, and that. Okay. So this comes with a nozzle already installed, which is a 0.4. We also have, I think it's another 0.4, I don't know. But we've got thermistor. We've got a heater. We've got a wrench. And a key of Allen, a sock, and thermal grease. Not retirement grease, thermal grease. Good stuff. This is mounted backwards. Did I mount this backwards? I think I mounted this backwards. Because... shite. Look at the image here. And that should be, if the fan is like that... yeah, I should have this little groove going the other way. Mine's not. Shoot, 1 second. Let's fix this. Maybe this is why mine's loose. I mounted it backwards. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's not a rigid mount. Later it'll make it more. Okay. There we go. Also, I think I missed somebody. Did I miss somebody? Did I miss somebody? Okay. Somebody gift a super chat or become a channel member. Somebody did for your activity. Todd, thank you for becoming a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. And Man of the Croc. Cheers for the Happy America Day. Hot end fan mount will secure it better. Okay. I just felt very loosey-goosey. Okay, so that goes there. Actually, if I remember correctly, the trick is you put a little bit of thermal grease on your probe, and you stick it in the hole. Okay. And then more thermal grease. This grease is very not good. The grease is very wet. Oh well. Yeah. Gergman gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Sock is installed, and there we go. So we have that. Those wires go up that channel, and then locate the heat break fan, which is right here. And that attaches. Oh, and this locks it all into place. M320. Okay. With captive nuts up top. Holy shit, I forgot to put that nut in first. God damn it. There are two nuts that I had to put in first, but they fell out, so I took them out, and now I gotta do it all again. Heat sets are your friend. Heat sets are your friend. Heat sets prevent you from putting M3 nuts in places, and then they fall out, and then you lose where they went, and then you forget to put them back in because they were in, but then when you took it apart to fix the one thing, they fell out, and then you forgot to put them back in. Remove sock? I don't want to remove sock. So you get a heat set in there. Quit falling over. That's why I keep losing these stupid nuts. On the bright side, I'm getting really intimate with how this goes together. Okay. And M320s. That goes on like that. Okay. So the heat break kind of or the heat sink fan kind of locks everything in place. So while my concerns about the rigidity of this setup are still kind of there, they are kind of alleviated. Okay, why don't you want to go? There we go. There we go. Okay, and then M312's in the bottom, and this locks everything in place. Woo! 312s, what? They give us button heads for this? Okay, button heads it is. Oh, M2.512, 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 M210. Oh, here, M2.514. M312. Maybe they're supposed to be these M2.514s because there's two of them, and I don't have M. Yeah, I guess it's these ones. I guess it's these ones. Okay, why the fuck won't you cant over? What's going on here? Okay. What's going on here? Shit. Where did I put it? Where did I put my M2.5 Allen key? Did I lose it? Did it roll off the table or something? Seriously? Seriously, where'd it go? Because this is kind of borked. This is not sitting straight right now. Oh, it's in the fucking tool. Something ain't right here. Okay, there we go. Okay, maybe I gotta put these ones in first. Beer Medic gifted 5 community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Okay, let's get these ones in first. And then get these ones in. There we go. That makes more sense. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay, what time are we? Oh, we got 15 minutes left. Why tensioner? Shit. We are getting there. We are getting there with this thing. I don't have this part. I don't have this part. Okay, I have that. I have that. I have that. I did not print this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna print all this now. Download. 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 Okay, well, I guess that's where we're going to today. Because I have this guy. I have this guy. I have the nut. Okay, so how did I not print that part? I don't know. I guess I just didn't print that part. I mean, we only have 13 minutes left, so wasn't going to get much further anyways. Okay, Prusement, ASA, Core 1, yeah. Downloads. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, so I gotta print that. I already have that. And I already have that, so I need to print that too. This part I need to change a setting, because this part turned out like dookie. It printed like dookie, so I gotta reprint this. So let's just move you off the bed for now. So this one we gotta print. Do I need support for this? Oh wait, this is supposed to be an accent part? That's supposed to be an accent part. Okay, I gotta print that on this machine then. Okay, let me clear off this bed. Okay. So does this part need support? No. Okay, so 0.2, print settings, 5 walls, 5 top. I'm just printing Voron settings, infill, 40% infill, gyroid, and multiple advanced. Later. Do you think we need support for that? Do we need support for this? No. Yeah, we need support for that. Actually, I don't need support in that part. That's a bridge. There we go. Okay. Send to connect. Core 1, 2. Set ready, print now. And now I need to print this guy again because this one just kind of looked like dookie. So I'm just going to print it again much slower. Is there a way to just tell it to print slow AF? Is there like a print speed? Add modifier. Is there a speed modifier that you can just tell it to just print slow? Yeah, whatever. Speed. I'll just slice it, send it to Connect, and I'll just tell it to print slow in the frickin' slicer. Send it to Connect. Core 1. There we go. Sweet. Easy peasy. Yeah, I mean, like, look how far we got. We got the main body of it built, right? I'm assuming this kind of just rides in there with that. So we can, so these slide out. Oh, that's why they do have to pivot. So that comes out. That one comes out. There we go. There you go. So we got that. I'm assuming this mounts somewhere in here. I don't know how this mounts, but somewhere in here. And then this somehow goes in here, like that, right? So we're getting there. We are actually getting there quite quickly. We are accelerating towards the finish line with gusto. Your garbage, your garbage. Let's clean up. Let's actually do a cleanup sweep at the end of stream, guys. We'll actually clean up properly. Your garbage, rail kit, garbage, garbage. So you go in here, you go in here. All the screws and everything go in here, so I don't lose any of them. Don't forget, we are doing the giveaway at 10 o'clock, so if you do want to enter for your chance to win that giveaway, you got to enter now. There we go. See, I got to make it clean because we got to start effing around with the giant truck on Tuesday. So I need the room. But, like, look at this. It's getting there. It's getting there. I'm assuming it goes this way. It's getting there. All right, so you are printing, what are you printing? The rock lobster tensioner. So, and you are printing the tensioner body. So tune, print speed. You are gonna print at like 25%. Because the last time I printed this knob, it did the thing, where it does like the crappy sprays in the inside. I don't like that. So, sweet. This is going together pretty good. There are a few things that I'm kind of critiquing. You guys have pretty much, I think you've seen what I've been calling out so far. But for the most part, like my biggest critique so far has been like, the manual could be a bit better and a bit clearer in a couple areas. I know they're going through a transition period from 2.5 to 2.6. And again, this is an open source project, so you have to just kind of keep in the back of your mind, everything done on this was done for free by people volunteering time. So you can't be like super anal and super critical about it. It's not a company. It's people doing it for fun. But so far, so good. It's going together pretty damn good. Like, I mean, 3 hours, we got, what, a good chunk of the way there? Look, even this, like, look at that. Look, it actually, the belt, the BabyBelt moves. I mean, you can't see it because here. Look at that. The BabyBelt did BabyBelt stuff. Baba Booey. Look at that. The first plastic is coming off the BabyBelt. There we go. Look at that. We're just gonna French cleat it up on the wall. Awesome possum. It's a pizza sauce conveyor. Ooh, dude. I had pizza yesterday. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. It's just like one of those, like, I don't know, that big home cooked pizza. Like they're frozen. They're the kind of pizza you can buy at like Oven 360. Like one of those kiln fired places, but they like freeze them and then you can buy them at a grocery store and then you can cook them at home. So since I have a pizza stone, you can cook them up pretty good. But what I did was, it's just a pepperoni pizza. I just buy the pepperoni because it's the cheapest one, right? So you just buy the pepperoni cheese pizza. And then what you do is I usually like, because I've been eating a lot of chicken and rice lately, trying to lose the weight, which is working. I'll take some leftover chicken, chop up the chicken, put that on the pizza. I'll drizzle it with a little bit of barbecue sauce, some hot honey barbecue sauce, and then put a little bit of extra cheese on it and then throw that in the oven. Oh, so good. So good. It's just I can only have a third of it because of the diet. It's like you get the good thing with a calorie count and diet, you can eat whatever you want. You just can't eat a lot of it, which can suck at times. Look how good this is looking. Look how good this looks. Shinji, get in the baby belt, Shinji. Look how good this looking. And then we'll have the little tool head on it. I think that goes there. I kind of want to just mount this just so I have it there for now. I think it just goes there. I printed these guys. I think I should reprint these in with the. Do I need these? So these parts are critical, right? I think these parts go in here somehow, and they say baby belt. I kind of want to reprint these now. Do I need? How does these go? Somebody send me a picture of a 2.6, a built 2.6, so I know what it looks like. Because I kind of want to reprint these now and do a layer change so that the colors are different. So it actually says like, I would have to use it on, damn it, because I'd have to, they're not the same width, so I'd have to do them separately. One of the two, you need to remove the one with 2 on it. How do I tell which one's which? They both say BabyBeltPRO. Which one do I need? The one with 2. What do you mean the one with 2? I don't know. We'll see. Let me see here. So let me just make sure we're in the right repo. So BabyBeltPRO 2.6 STLs, gantry, Y. Linear rail replacement. Is that it? Well, we don't need a linear rail replacement. We have a linear rail. Linear replacement. Linear rail. Yeah, there's 2 of these. V25. Oh, this is version 26. So the V26 one. So I need the one that is, okay, this one. This one I need. Yeah. Yeah. So I need this one. So I do need to print one. Oh, because one side has a rail and then the other side has this. And then you have the tensioner on the top. Oh, I get it. I get what this is. This replaces having, if you were to have like the rails on this side. So this mounts like this. Okay, this goes in here. And then this goes in here. And then your Y tensioner goes over the top. Ah, I get it. I get it. Okay. So I need to reprint this, but I need to reprint it and do a pause so that I can have the BabyBeltPRO being green. I need to reprint this. That's what I need to do. Okay, so that's what I need to do. I need to reprint that and do a filament swap on it so it looks all purty-like. That makes sense. That makes sense. So this one I don't need. We got 1 minute. I'm gonna do the giveaway in 1 minute. Enter for your free filament. Come on, chop, chop. Give you some free filament. Also, don't forget, today is I don't know if it's over yet, but today is officially the last day, I do believe, of POLYMAKER's big 35% off filament. So if you want to stock up on some Polymaker filament, they make good printer chow. Link in the video description. Check out the affiliate link and stock up today. Use code Canuck, use the affiliate link, and you'll save some money. BabyBelt, BabyBelt. BabyBelt. Okay. Okay, I see it now. So it goes on that side. I see it now. I see it now. Okay. So yeah, so I do have to reprint that with the funky color because we want the funky color. We want the funky color. Good. Good. Yeah, we want that funky color. Okay. There are two motors on there. Oh, I guess yeah, you have your X and your Y are mounted on that. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because or actually, isn't it like, how does it work for like, the belt is Y, or is the belt Z? I'm not gonna bother figuring it out. I'll let the slicer figure it out. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. Who wants filament? Who likes short shorts? I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. File save. And marbles. Belt to Z. It's just a cotton belt too, right? Like glued on to like something else. And then this is how you tension it. That's very clever. Very clever. Continue. Race. Names clear, open. Got 178 people. Random bots. 178. Play. So this map is one of those closest to the middle. So it's not who gets there first, and who's closest to the middle wins, I believe. So how this works is if you win, you get a free spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you also get a free hat off of the merch store. Tom Rich, 1502. Let's see how rich you really are. Good luck. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. Speed doesn't matter in this race anyway, so if you're subscribed to the channel or you gift a sub, it'll 20x your accuracy. Because of course it will. Totally, for real, for real. No capping, as the kids say. Turn off my cameras. Who does wear short shorts? So remember, it's not who gets there first, it's who's closest to the middle. Let's turn the names off. Let's turn the names off because you can't see, so we're gonna just turn the names off. Let's see. We got that. We go off the leaderboard anyways. So Flying Lunatic. Who's Flying Lunatic? Where is Flying Lunatic? Right there. So where is middle? It'd be nice if there was a little dot. Is that it? That's it. I think Flying Lunatic has it. They're right there in the middle. Flying Lunatic is our winner. Let's get some golf claps in chat for the loony. Flying Lunatic, there you go. Oh, and you're printing something very good too. Very nice. I am a little confused. Why is there no water coming out of this thing? Like, sometimes this air conditioner, like, I guess the humidity is just that low or something? I don't know. It's just so weird when there's like no water coming out of this thing when it's been running all afternoon. Or, not afternoon, but like since the stream started. Or half hour before the stream started. There we go. Giveaway was today, and one spool. So this build is going fast. Next part of this build series will be on Saturday. Because it is the Saturday build series build, I guess. Hi, I'd like to follow up on a paid initiative we've been developing. Would love to get you involved. I work with video. I'm not going to name the company because they don't deserve credit. A canvas-based AI production workspace. Yeah, fuck off. Block. Sorry, Kyle. You get blocked. We do not promote AI slop on this channel. We do not. So yeah, so Tuesday we'll be back on the MOG build. That is going to take a long time. That MOG build is going to take a long time. So we're going to kind of try and hammer on that as much as we can. BabyBelt Tuesday will be, or Friday or Saturday. So it'll be BabyBelt Tuesdays. Today, next Tuesday, and then hopefully we get it done because after that it's a vacation. So I'm hoping next Tuesday we get it all built. Or next, oh my God, why can't I do a calendar? If I can get it built next Saturday, then the Tuesday we'll do some print tuning on it, hopefully. Because we have this weekend, which it's Saturday, so we're halfway done it. Next weekend, and then I'm gone till August. I am gone from the 2 last weeks of July. I'm gone. I will be trying to do some streams on the road. I'll try and have some videos filmed and banked up and some shorts and whatnot, so the channel doesn't die completely. But I will be gone for 2 weeks doing a fun family trip because we haven't done like a proper family vacation in years. So we're going to be doing that. Yes, please check out. So do want to give a shout out to LDO Motors. They provided the kit we are using for this build series. If you are interested in building one of these baby belt kits from LDO Motors, link in the video description to their reseller page. Check them out there. Also, huge shout out to the Baby Belt team themselves. If you want to know more about the Baby Belt project, I do have a link to their GitHub in the video description as well. Shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of film we give away this stream and every stream. And for those that donate to the channel, give to memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create. Without your continued support, you make it all possible. Please check out the links in the video description. There are affiliate links down there. They don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them like Gamer Subs, the POLYMAKER, Luke's Lab, whatever, I don't know. Use code Canuck. You'll save some money on a bunch of them. POLYMAKER is having the last day of their big sale, though, so make sure you check that out. We are going to call it there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. For the Americans in the audience, enjoy the rest of America Day. Hopefully you still have all your fingers. Drink plenty of beer and barbecue something barbecue-y. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Do not drink and drive. And I will see you in the future.